to find the answer. Am I right? Okay, can we go to question 12? I want to teach you something. Okay, can you please put the function into the GC first? Make sure you mark your attendance, huh?
Which page again? So,
No. It's yesterday I posted in the, do you get it in your WhatsApp?
okay.
I go post a few questions to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is talking about the profit. You have 40 square root of, if you don't know, I write down the formula. You can have a look at the, you key this formula into your GC, please. Okay. So when you talk about profit, it doesn't mean that the more you make, the better is it. Yeah, you will get more profit. That is not the theory. So this question is trying to tell you, in this world, not everything, the more the better. Yeah, we just need to know what is the right amount so that it can give us the optimum benefit. Okay, have you keyed into the calculator? Please mark your attendance. Huh? Have you keyed into the calculator? If you are done, let me know. Okay. GC, your Y1. Okay, after you key in, okay, you go to window. Okay, we know that the X minimum should be 0. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah. When it's 0, you will get 0 profit. Yeah, you can go. So what is the maximum number that we can make so that we still get profit? That means I want to know. So in this case, I don't know what is it. Yeah, so what I do is I just try and error, put my X maximum, maybe 100. This is just a number that I choose. Okay, so I use, so if you look at, if you put 100, correct? Yep. So you do, after that, you do a zoom fit. You do a zoom fit, you go to zoom, you select zoom fit. Okay, how is the graph look like?
Curve.
Curve.
Yeah, it's a curve. I know, definitely is a curve. The curve go up from here like that, am I right? Does it come down? Does it cut the n-axis?
Cannot see.
What if
No.
I cannot see?
It's like not on the screen.
Not on the screen? Sure.
But then it looks like it's going down.
It look like it's going down. So that means the 100 is not big enough.
Yeah, 100. I don't think it's big enough.
Sure. Anyone got, because.
Yeah, I also got the same thing as it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do for mine. Then I see how is it. You also got the same thing. Okay. X plus 25. The rest, do you get the same thing? Do you get this here? The n-intercept? Do you get this? No. Okay. So if not, can I ask you to go back to here? Change this to a bigger one. Change to bigger value. Change to bigger value and do a zoom fit again. Okay, so you don't have, yeah, correct. So change to a bigger value. Maybe you go to 300.
I put 220.
220, do you get?
Yeah.
220. Okay, it's up to you. Then you do a zoom fit again, huh? Okay, yes. If you put more than 200, then you will work. Yeah, 204. Yeah, if you put more than 200, okay, maybe you put 250. Okay, so the graph will go like that, right? So may I know, okay, can you find this value? Do you know how to find this value using your GC?
Yes.
Okay, so you go to second trace. You go to second trace, select 0. Okay, left bound, right bound. Then you tell me what is that value.
X is 200.
Okay, so you get that when P equal to 0, X equal to N equal to 200. Am I right? Which means that the maximum number of, I'm not talking about maximum profit. I'm talking about maximum number of item that will be produced. Okay, is 200. Will this company produce more than 200? Will this company produce more than 200?
No.
No, because if you produce more than 200, because the P, for example, 220, it will be less than 0. Instead of running at a profit, you are at a loss. Do you get me? So in this case, if you don't know how to find the domain from the formula itself, what you can do, you can use your GC to help you. That is what I want to teach you today. That is what I want to teach you today. Do you get me? Hello? Do you get me?
Yep.
So that is what I want to teach you today. So remember, if you don't know how to find the domain using the formula, by algebraically, they want the domain, you can use your GC to plot the graph out, then think logically. No one will want to have a negative profit. Am I right? So that means your N will be between 0 and 200. Can or not? Okay, so now can you find the coordinate of this point using your GC? Please do so.
$75.
Okay, 75. So this coordinate of this point is 75, comma. What is the profit?
50.
Is it 50? Okay, by the way, the profit, is it profit overall or profit per item? Is it
Per
profit
item.
overall or profit per item? You beritahu tak sorting. You jangan beritahu saya. Okay, is profit per item correct? Okay, so now if you go to question 12, find the number of items that need to be sold to maximize the profit. So you need 75. Yeah. What is the maximum profit per item? 50. So C, hence find the total profit. So the total profit will be 75 times 50 per day. Okay, then you get the answer. Okay, I will encourage you for this question, you do it algebraically by yourself. Are you clear? So every question, I have something to teach you. Okay, now. Okay, Anna? Class?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, so understand? Okay, so now I'm going to change this function a little bit and teach you something that is, you must take notes of when you do. Okay, now, if I change this function to become like that. Okay, let me check the function. Okay. Okay, 40 square root of n plus 25 minus 200 minus 3n. Okay, you change this to 3n, please. Go to your y1, change it to 3n. Then do a zoom fit, then find the turning point, please. I just want this. Okay, you give me this. You change the 2x to 3. Let's see whether it works or not. Same thing, you do a zoom fit. Okay, you see a very small one, am I right? If you do a zoom fit. So that means your n will be, you reduce your n. I don't put 220 already, I put 100, then I do a zoom fit again. So in this case, the maximum number of n that can produce or change, am I right?
Yep.
Yeah, so can you find the coordinates of the turning point now? The maximum point? Okay. I got it as 19.44 and this is 8.33. Do you get that?
Yes.
Okay, now, whenever we have question like that, we know that n is a whole number, am I right? N is a whole number, am I right? So can
Yeah.
n take 19.44? Can you produce 19.44 item?
No.
No. So in this case, we have to check. That means there are two possible values that I can take. 19.44 is here. So maybe 18 and 19 will give me the maximum, or maybe 20. So we have to check for P19 and P20. See which one gives us the maximum. So if you didn't get a whole number for a case whereby it's supposed to be a whole number, then you have to do extra step here. Can you please check? You go alpha trace. Yeah, you quit from the graph, you do alpha trace. Then you go to your Y1, then you just key in 19. So you get here 8.32998. Am I right? Then you
Yes.
change to 20. You get 8.32815. So which one is bigger? Yeah. So it's not a matter of round up or round down. Huh? So because depend on the function, depend on the curve. So we don't know, we have to check. Do you get me?
Yes.
Okay, huh? Done. So I expect you to do algebraically for this by yourself. Huh? You get me? Okay. So can we go to 13? So this case, we will do it algebraically. You yourself try with graphic calculator, okay? So you please do algebraically for this question. When you say log to the base e, it means ln. Okay. So you want to find maximum, minimum, what you need to do? You need to differentiate, equate equal to 0, find the t, draw the sign diagram, then answer the question. So part A, the start means W0. So it's 0. Huh? Oh, okay, I forgot something. Do you know that? So it's 90 kg. So sometimes there is a number at the back you have to take notes of. Huh? So that is the initial weight. Then for part B, you have to differentiate, equate equal to 0. So I give you some time to do, okay? Have you got the answer? What is when is the weight minimum? After how many weeks or how many months? After how many months? Yes. Anzu, are you doing your work?
Yes, I'm doing my best.
Can I know what is the time when the weight is minimum?
The time when the weight is minimum.
Okay, can you tell me what is W prime T first? Okay, just read whatever you have. W prime T equal to?
I got 5
Good. Okay, good.
minus what I put
20.
I put 20 1 over t plus 1.
Yeah, you are right. Okay, so the next step, what you need to do? You have to put
Sine
this
diagram.
equal to zero
Zero.
first. Okay, so now you solve for T first. So you bring the whole thing to the other side. You bring the whole thing to the other side. Yep. Yeah, cross multiply. You can do so if you want to expand straight away. If I don't want, actually, to make my life easier, this is wrong way of doing it. Not a good way. It's not say wrong. It's not a good way. So I can say T plus 1. This switch the place here. Isn't it like that will sound better? Okay, so T plus 1 equal to 4. So T equal to 3. So after 3 months. Okay, yeah. So after this, okay, the question say find the minimum weight obtained and how many months it take. So you draw the sine diagram first, you finish everything first, then only you answer to the question. Okay, so my W prime T 0 to, no, it's not, yeah, 0 onward. So I put a 3 here. Since they talk about minimum, this one should be negative, this one should be positive. So then I look for W3. Yeah. So can someone tell me what is W3? Using your GC, please.
Is it 77.3?
77.3. I'm not sure. I didn't do. Okay. kg. Yeah. So therefore, you can answer. So therefore, after 3 months, okay, after 3 months, the question say find the minimum weight obtained. Okay, after 3 months, he obtained a minimum weight of 77.3 kg. Done. You get me? Hello? So optimization question is not as difficult as you think. The difficult part is forming the formula, okay? So I promise you, I will come out a geometrical shape. So I got sent it to you all the geometrical shape formula, right? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have the question, one of the geometrical shape. Do you see in your WhatsApp? It's also question 13. You have a sphere. Is my sphere round enough? Freehand. You must know how to draw. Okay, so this is a sphere cheese. So they are trying to cut out a cheese of a shape of a cylinder. So the moment you talk about cylinder, there are a lot of things about cylinder that we can talk about, right? So you have total surface area of a cylinder. So all this information, you please go and learn it up, huh? Or you write down in your 1-page handwritten notes. Total surface area. Hello? Do you know how to find total? I'm not answering this question yet. Huh? Total surface area. Sphere got how many surfaces? Cylinder got how many surfaces?
3.
Okay, 3. So 2 are sphere, correct? 2 are circle, am I right? Area of a circle.
Yes.
And the curved surface is a rectangle, am I right? So it's
Yes.
2 pi r. 2 pi r is the circumference. Okay, this curved surface, when you open up, correct? This part, when you open up, it becomes a rectangle. And the rectangle is the circumference, 2 pi r. You better learn how to find the circumference of a circle. The formula is 2 pi r. And this is the length. So 2 pi rl, or the height of the cylinder. Okay, how to get the volume? The volume of any regular shape, it will be area of the base time length or time height, up to you to say. So it will be pi r square h. Yeah. So these are the things about circle, a cylinder that you have to take notes of. Okay, let's answer this question. Okay, a cylinder of a cheese is to be removed from the spherical piece of cheese of radius 8. So if you have a look at the diagram, from one corner of the sphere, pass through the origin, center to the other corner. So can you tell me what is the length of AC here? The radius is 8. So 8 times 2, there is a diameter, that is 16 cm. Okay, we are done. So now they say, what is the maximum volume of a cylinder? So every cylinder, we let the radius be x, can or not? The height of this cylinder, we let it be h. Okay, so I have the volume of the cylinder. I want to write it in terms of x. You want to write it in terms of h also can, is your choice. Okay, in terms of x. So it will be pi, the radius is x, square h. Okay, in a formula, can I have 3 variables?
No.
No. So I have to think of a way to replace h with x. So I have to replace, so that is what I want to achieve. Replace h with x. So how to do this? In this case, how to do it? There's no other information given to me, but if you have a look at this diagram, A, B, C. Do I know the length of AC?
Yes.
16. Do I know the length of AB in terms of X? Do I know?
No.
2i6.
Do I know the length of AB in terms of X?
Oh, yeah.
2x.
Yes.
2X.
Mhm.
So now, based on the knowledge that I have, can I write H in terms of X? What knowledge must you have?
Pythagoras.
Yes. So you have your H equal to square root. When I remember Pythagoras theorem, I will say the shorter length is the square root of the longest length minus the other square of the shorter length. Okay, to make my calculation easier, because there is a 2 here, there also a 2 here. So I break this into 2 square times 8 square minus 2 square times x squared. So I can factorize out the square root of 2 square. So this is your algebraic skill already. I can just help you in this extent. So now I can replace pi x squared. H is 2 times of square root of 64 minus x squared. So I get 2 pi x squared square root of 64 minus x squared. So I got the formula of the volume in terms of the radius of the cylinder. So in this way, I can know the radius, okay? They said, what is the maximum volume? So now I have written the volume in terms of X. So I want to find maximum volume. What should I do? So can you please do it now by yourself? Algebraically.
Miss,
Yes.
2 square into 8 square is 256.
Why must I? Do you see why I don't want to make that?
No, you broke down 10 square to 2 square into 8 square, right?
No, I broke down 16 square to 2 square times 8 square. Because 16 is 2 times
Oh,
8.
that's 16. Oh, so my bad, my bad. I thought that was 10.
16. Cannot be 10 because here is 16.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Miss.
It's okay. Yeah. So can you please find the derivative of volume in terms of okay, let your U be x squared and your V be 64 minus x squared to the power half. So U prime 2x, V prime half of 64 minus x squared to the power of half, negative half, then times negative 2x. So it becomes negative x over square root of 64 minus x squared. Yeah, you got that? So you put into here v u prime plus u v prime. Done. Okay, so you get 1 mark for that. So for this chapter, when you talk about differentiation, we have done in SAT 1. So your skill of differentiation is we expect you to be very familiar with it. So we won't allocate with a lot of mark for differentiation. Yeah. Okay, so the next step, you write down 2 pi two x square root of 64 minus x squared minus x cubed over square root of 64 minus x squared, the whole thing equal to 0. It will solve algebraically. If you find that the equation is very difficult to solve, still remember what I told you, put into solver or put into, use your GC to get the answer. Okay, do you want me to show you algebraically how to solve this?
Yes.
Yes,
Please.
Okay. Okay, so what I will do is, you see the step. Yep. This is minus, correct? I bring over, it become. Okay. Whenever I have only 2 terms, I will try to solve it in this way. Especially when I have a square root above and another one square root is below. Okay, done? Now, bring this one over. So square root times square root. So these are the facts that you have to remember. Square root A times square root A, give me A, okay? So you will result 64 minus x squared equal to x cubed. Okay, so now I expand it. 128x minus 2x cubed minus x cubed. Whenever solving equation, correct, we try not to cut off the x cubed or divide by x. We try to do by factorization. Yeah. So I have 128x minus 3x cubed equal to 0. So I factorize out the x, 128 minus 3x squared equal to 0. So from here, I can have x equal to 0. If x equal to 0, you didn't cut off anything, correct? Or I can have 3x squared minus 128 equal to 128. Yeah, so I straight away from here. So my x squared will be 128 divided by 3. So my x will be square root of 128 divided by 3. Okay? So you got that. But the question is not talking about dimension, it's not talking about x. Correct? The question is talking about what? Maximum volume. Am I right? So you straight away find the value of this. Okay, look, this is very complicated. That's why I always say, just use your GC and get the answer. Correct? So it's good every time when you solve all this problem, correct? You key this into your Y1. Yeah, for every individual question during the exam, correct? When you solve the first question, you key in that. Your Y2 and Y3 remain as your dy dx. Are you okay? So can someone give me the answer? So this is approximately 6.532. Okay, you can punch it in 6.532. Do you get that? Have you got the answer? Hello, you are very slow. You better back up your calculator skill. Yes. 1238. Yes, I got that. 1238.2. Okay, the unit is centimeter cube. Am I right? If you want to put to 3SF, it will be 1240 centimeter cube. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, Any question? Can I move on to certain part that I want to remind you? Okay,
Yep.
now, if I talk about cylinder, if we ask for dimension, so you have to say the radius, that is 6.532 cm. Then you tell me the height. That is called dimension for cylinder, radius and height. Okay, so what is the height then? What is the height? We got this formula, correct? The height is 2 times square root of 64 minus x squared, correct?
Huh.
So you write down there 2 times square root of 64 minus 6.532 squared. So this is called the dimension. Are you clear?
Yep.
Okay, so if the question want the dimension for cylinder, you have to tell me the radius and the height. Okay, now. Okay, Anat. So one more things I want to bring your attention. Let's come to here. Okay. Do you know what is the domain for the volume? What is the lowest possible value for x and what is the highest possible value for x? X must be greater than or equal to 0. Some more? Another one? What is the highest value of x can take? Okay, let me illustrate for you. When I say x equal to 0, this is a sphere. Right? Okay, this is a sphere. So x equal to 0, that means the cylinder is like that. Yeah. So actually there is no cylinder, okay? So another extreme will be, this is a sphere. The cylinder go like that. And this is the radius of the cylinder. The height is 0. So you tell me what is the maximum value for x in this case?
Twice x.
Huh? 26. Hello? Hey, you dare not try. Okay, someone says 16. Look, this is the radius. 16 is the diameter. Okay, good. Can you tell me what is the answer? Yes, it's 8. Half of the diameter. That means if the radius of the cylinder is equal to the radius of the sphere, that means you don't cut out any. Yeah. So the radius of the cylinder, lowest is 0, highest is 8. You get me? Hello?
Yes.
I don't have animation. If I have animation, I can animate for you. Are you clear? So the domain is also important. So different situation, you look at it. So sometimes finding the domain doesn't mean that you have to go and work it out algebraically. You look at the situation, you decide. Yeah, so solution, how to get the answer for all the questions. You can have your own way. It doesn't mean that there is only one way of doing it. Yeah, so you go and explore. Can or not? So now you have to start to do your practice test, please. If you haven't finished the question in the textbook, please do so. Don't wait until last minute, then only practice. I tell you, you are going to fumble. I'm telling you the truth. Okay? Class? Can? Okay, those who have a good result in SAT 1, keep it up. Those who are not, you have ample time to learn. Please learn. You have to remember, you have to learn the step. You get the basic done first. Then you write down your formula in your one-page handwritten notes. Now I'm not testing your memory. So you cannot give me the excuse, Miss Do, I cannot remember. You see or not? So that is a good thing about SACE. The SAT from now onward, you cannot give me the excuse, Miss Do, I cannot remember, because I allow you to bring in one-page handwritten notes that is suitable for you. If you think that that formula you can't remember, you please write it down. You see, there's no excuse. There's no excuse to say that I cannot remember the process. You can write down the process. You give me no excuse to say that, Miss Do, I can't remember how to use the calculator, because you can write down the step of using the calculator in your one-page handwritten notes. You want to write how small, also can, your choice. You get me? So that is the purpose of us letting you bring in your one-page handwritten notes. I cannot write it for you because I don't know what you can remember, what you can't remember. Like last time, I have a student who said, Miss Lo, I don't know what to write down. I said, it's fine. You can remember everything, it's fine. You don't have to write down anything. Okay? Class, you get me? Prepared your one-page handwritten notes now. Don't wait until tomorrow. Get me? Okay, class? So next week, those who go for practical, never mind, we have online classes. You can watch the recorded. I will tell you what are the important things, one by one. Okay? Thank you, class.
Thank you,
Miss.
Miss.
Yes?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
What is the SAT already? I don't know.
19.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.